Welcome, everybody, to New Orleans and the iconic Caesars Superdome, the long-term home of the All-State Sugar Bowl, which this year, of course, is part of the college football playoff. We are through the opening round of this year's playoff, and now the pressure is mounting in the quarterfinals. A matchup between one side that's had time to rest and recover, and another team that's battle-tested, already off one playoff victory. As we'll see the number 6 seed in this playoff, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the number 3 seed in the playoff, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. Only one team here can keep their championship dreams alive. Kickoff team out there. We're ready to rumble for this college football playoff game. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. First down here for this offense. On the handoff, they'll test the right side here. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Well, the defense coordinator this week always telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They're going to run it. Not much on that play, brought down short. On the opening drive, they face a tough 3rd and 7 here. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Down goes the quarterback. It's a sack.
It just looked like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a bit too long that time, allowed the defense to be able to get the pressure, and they come up with the first sack of the game.
And at 4th down, they'll punt it away here. On the return, it's Ware. They finally get him, but he found a nice lane in that return, and that means good starting field position for this drive. Great spot to start this drive for the offense. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. And the replay booth has signaled they want to stop and have another look at this one. Looks like they got the ruling on the field right the first time. They confirm it with the review. Here's a 1st and 10 play. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Pass caught, can he get in? He makes it to the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And it'll be tackled right at the 20. That's a good job of the coverage team. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. They'll try the right side on the toss. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Here's the second down play. He hands it off from the gun. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Good push up front and great acceleration by this back. I tell you, he's doing a pretty good impression right now of a combination of greats that they've had at Florida State. Guys like Warwick Dunn and Devontae Freeman, and more recently with guys like Cam Akers and Dalvin Cook.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Looking downfield, it's Jordan. Defense is coming after him. Just gets the pass away, but took a shot that time.
Well, this defense has been incredible all year long, and they continue to be that way in the postseason. Just getting after this offense, whether it's putting pressure on the quarterback, great coverage downfield. Right now, they are dominating this game.
Incomplete, so it's second down and 10. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. They tackle him, but not before he makes the 45. A solid game.
Well, just a great play by the running back here. Just finding his lanes and exploding through the gap when it opened up.
The Seminoles are on the move here. And he's got it already past the first down marker. It's a big game before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
The Noles starting a new series here on 1st and 10. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. Finally, they get him. A great tackle by the quarterback. Not easy with that size difference.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody. It allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
He'll hand it off. They stop him at the 22. This offense in great scoring position now.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Okay,
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Takes the handoff again. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
And the Seminoles looking to cash in here in the red zone. And there's the handoff. And the freshman brings him down quickly. First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this third down. Grab behind the line. It's Davis. Refusing to be brought down. And he's run out after a big gain. The offense will be set up for first down and goal.
Good job here by this offense coming up with this first down on that third down play. They knew they're going to have to deal with a lot of pressure, did their job, gave the quarterback time. They convert, and listen, you're down early in this game. Every possession matters. You need points on this drive, and they're able to have that chance now with that conversion.
And the Noles looking to finish the drive here. It's first and goal. Keep it on the ground on first and goal. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Seminoles. That kind of execution, a long drive, that's why this team made it to the college football playoff.
That's exactly right. Being able to mix in the run with the pass, picking up first downs, and eventually coming up with the touchdown. That is a tough thing to do, and they made it look easy.
Kicking team on now for the extra point. And there's the point after. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. Comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. Great possession last time. They punch it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? He shreds the tackle. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
The gain makes it second and medium. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Picks up a short gain, but his swarm of the defense flying to the football.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Going to pick up the third and short through the air. Goes to his right side there for the completion. There's the tackle, but first down yardage. Tackle made, but the sophomore quarterback showing us the arm strength.
Well, when you play zone defense on third down and you don't get pressure from your defensive line, you're going to give a quarterback a lot of time to be able to find an open receiver and eventually get the first down. Not surprised at all that they're able to convert it.
Runner finding some space there. That's a solid gain on the ground.
Coaches told us in the pregame production meetings they love this back's mixture of speed and power. We know about the speed, but he also showed the ability to break tackles on that run.
The Buckeyes are looking to keep this drive going.
You know, Chris, what a great run here. And you think about Ohio State, you think lately about those NFL-ready wide receivers. But we all know it starts with their running games, all those great backs they've had over the years.
And they'll go right back to him on first down. And tackled after a small pickup there. Important second down play coming up. Now they'll switch it up, looking to throw the ball here. Fires it to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Cook. He picks up the first down, but gets drilled on the tackle.
Another great play by this receiver. And I tell you, the offensive coordinator's doing a nice job of moving him around. The defense knew coming into this game how tough he'd be to stop, but the way they're utilizing him is making it very challenging to be able to create the matchups that the defense wants.
Looking to throw it from the red zone. Intercepted in the end zone. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. Now look at the return after the interception. Sets the offense up in good shape.
When you get this close to the end zone, you've got to be able to come away with points, at the very least, a field goal. They got to be scratching their heads and hoping that in the second half, this play right here doesn't come back to bite them.
And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. In that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the running game. Let's see if they can do it again. Oh, the quick throw falls incomplete. So second down after the incompletion. And now the handoff. Moves the ball out across the 30. That's good for a first down.
Boy, another first down and another good run by this back from Florida State. I tell you, he's doing his job as far as living up to the great tradition of Florida State running backs.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Looking to throw. It's Jordan. Short throw, running back makes the catch behind the line of scrimmage. Defense drops him for a loss. Tougher second down on the way.
Boy, the defense does such a good job of taking any threat downfield away. All he could do is throw it to his back, and loss of yards, now you're behind the sticks.
Second down here. Time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. Second down play coming up. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And we're able to get him down.
We'll see if the defense stays in zone after that big play, or if they can change things up on this drive and get a little bit more aggressive.
Crucial third down play right here. looking to pick up the first down through the air. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down.
Boy, this is so deflating for this defense on 3rd and short. Good coverage downfield. They take away all the short routes, but the one guy that they don't account for is the quarterback and his legs. Picks up the first down by being athletic there and great awareness.
Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about. Offense moving backwards after that holding penalty. The penalty backs them up, 1st and very long. Looking to throw. It's Jordan. Trying to create outside the pocket now. And the pass will fall incomplete on the scramble attempt. Good coverage there. Second down after that previous play. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. This time it's complete.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
Come up on 3rd down. Solid drive. Defense trying to get off the field here. Dropping back. Looking to throw for the first down. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
The quarterback did all he could here to wait until the last possible moment, but he waits just a hair too long, which allows the defense to actually hit him as he throws the ball.
And on 4th down, the punter sends it away. With the return, it's Ware. Hard running through a tackle. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. Looking right, this one caught. Solid gain there. Moves the ball out to the 32.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
1st down and 10 now. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Caught for the completion. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call. See if the offense can overcome that holding penalty. This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. Handoff here from the shotgun. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a 1st down.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Here comes a handoff. Buckeyes pick up enough yardage to move the sticks. The offense will take their first 10 out of the half to talk strategy here.
Hey, it's not a lot, but you know what? It's enough for the first down. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Running back grabs it on a screen. And the tackle is made, not the big play that we're looking for, but a pretty solid gain. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. That completion makes it 2nd and medium. From the shotgun, drops back. Finds an open target on the left side. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down. Looks like one more play here before halftime. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. The junior able to bring him down quickly. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. So with only a few seconds left in the half, the field goal unit comes onto the field. And that is no good. And with the miss, we remain tied. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Seminoles will kick it off to begin the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. State offense comes back onto the field. First play of the second half is a handoff. Moves the ball up to the 30.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. They tackle him right at the 35-yard line.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
That run sets up a critical third down play. Can he get there on the ground? And that gained enough for a fresh set of downs, spotted at the 48.
Third down, I think the defense is really expecting the ball to go through the air. Instead, the offense keeps it on the ground, gives it to one of the more skilled players, and he gets the yards he needs. Move the sticks.
The Buckeyes with 1st and 10 here. Keeping it on the ground here. And they'll stop him short of the line to gain.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And that run produces a decent gain.
Well, I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect third down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
Critical third down play for this offense right here. That's a design quarterback keeper. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain. too far away to trust a field goal attempt. The offense on the field on 4th down. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Brought down at the 40. That'll be a 1st down.
It makes sense going for it here. You're kind of in that no man's land depending on how much faith you have in your kicker. And if you don't get it, your opponent still has a ways to go. Now you pick it up and you can go get a touchdown.
Bringing pressure. Here's a fumble way behind the line of scrimmage.
The offensive staff just took a collective sigh of relief. But I'd still anticipate that someone's going to pull that ball carrier aside, give him a couple choice words on the importance of ball security.
That sack sets up a 2nd down and long. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up 3rd down.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't do a very good job of it on this play.
9th play of the drive coming up. This is a tough 3rd and long. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Running out of time in the pocket. They chase him down and tried to run for it, but it'll bring up 4th down.
I just love the fact he doesn't take a sack here. In fact, I'm sure he can imagine hearing his coach saying it's 3rd down, do not take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't quite get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yards.
And they've got the returner corralled. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. This has been an uphill battle for both offenses. Let's see if they can get it going this time. An inside give now from the shotgun. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just at 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, it's been tough so far to get this drive going. Now they face 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. What's the call going to be? Receiver makes the grab. The defense wraps him up quickly. Got about 5 yards on the completion, but now it's 4th down. The Noles will have to kick it away.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a 1st down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Returner brought down. Sets up the next drive. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. They did some good things in the last drive. Moved it a long way, but eventually stalled out. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. He's brought down after a short gain. That's not going to be 1st down yardage.
Okay, they get some positive yards here, but just from sitting up here looking down, Chris, you kind of have a sense that they wanted a little bit more on that play.
The back's got it. 0 running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
They come to the line. long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. And the senior making a disruptive impact play.
Well, they're going to go with a play fake here. The only problem is no one on the defense bit at all on the play action. The results are a big sack for this defense.
The Buckeyes will bring their punt team onto the field. Offense goes backwards on this drive. He's on to punt it away now. And the coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. Here comes the Florida State offense on the field. Last time was a quick 3-and-out. Can they get a drive going this time? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's a short completion to the big tight end. Then he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
That completion makes it second and medium. He'll hand it off. Stopped short of the marker after just a short gain. Offense facing a 3rd and short from the 41. Can they make the first down and avoid a tricky 4th down decision? Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Inside the 45. That's a big play. Moves the ball down inside the 30.
Well, let's give credit to the offensive line there. They were able to pave the way for that first down.
And the Seminoles lining up here on 1st and 10. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down. Now it's 2nd down here. Ball handed off. And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Now it's 3rd and short from the 24. One of those line of scrimmage battles that could help decide this game. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. I love this unconventional call by the offensive coordinator. 3rd and medium, a lot of times you're thinking about throwing the football, but instead they're able to run the ball with great execution, and they pick up the first down.
And the Noles keep the football on the move. quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1.
And that is a good chunk of yardage picked up by the big guy. Sometimes you don't need a whole lot of space created for a fullback. He can simply make his own way.
So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Gives it to the back. And they stop him just short, but the defense really backed up now. It's 1st and goal.
Hey, it's not a lot, but it's enough to get the first down.
First and goal. They need points, but it wouldn't hurt to also milk the clock a bit. They try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. Touchdown, Knowles. And they claim the lead here in the final quarter.
Man, that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a 3rd or a 4th later today.
And now the try here for the extra point. PHC is up and good. We lead by a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. They'll start from the 25. First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. He fires it. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. Play moves the ball to about the 45. That's good for a first down. We reach now the 2-minute warning. Sets up as a dramatic finish as this offense tries to grab the lead late here. One play moves the ball to the 45. It'll be first down. Takes the handoff, and he'll head left. And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Second down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play. The gain sets up a 3rd down play. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Stopped at the 43. This offense picks up another first down.
This is why they're in the playoff, right? Not just the ability to throw the ball, but you get to a critical moment, a 3rd down. You trust that offensive line to come up with a first down, and they get it.
This could be a dramatic finish, marching toward a tying touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Finds his man. It's Ware. They make the tackle, but that's an excellent game. Moves the ball to the 33.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays, but the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
First down, looking to throw the football. That's caught. It's Cook. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a first down.
Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. He finds the running back in the flat. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
offense getting set. It's second down. Defense bunching at the line, showing blitz. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Snags the quick throw. They bring him down at the 7. The offense set up now with a 1st and goal. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the 1st down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this 1st down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the 1st.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the 1st down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Looking to scramble. Contact as he threw it. And it's incomplete, targeting a man right near the goal line.
Well, this is it. Late in the game, really tight situation. This is what separates a good quarterback from a great quarterback. Can he come up with the play to keep this drive alive?
Urgency here. Got to cut into this lead. It's 3rd down and goal. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. That's a design quarterback keeper. Look at him run through those tacklers. And the offense will take a timeout here. 13 seconds remaining.
I don't mind the call they're running the football to try to get that into the end zone. They come up short, and now we get a critical moment here in the 4th quarter. It's 4th and goal. A touchdown gives you the lead. Field goal really doesn't help you. They've got to find a way to get the ball into the end zone.
So trailing in the final quarter of a close game, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal. And the quarterback just sneaks it. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Well, Chris, this is exactly what they needed to do. Put a touchdown up on the board. They pull within 1 in a playoff game. And now it's decision time. Do you tie the game up or potentially take the lead?
They still need this extra point to tie. The PAT is up and good, and we are all tied here in the final quarter. Getting set to kick the ball off now. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. It'll be tackled right at the 20. That's a good job by the coverage team. Fresh set of downs for the offense. 1st down. Looking to pass. It's Jordan. Going for a big play downfield. Catch made down inside the 25. And the timeout is taken. Just 3 seconds left. Time for one last play. So looks like they'll bring the field goal unit onto the field. And a timeout is taken. Just 3 seconds left. Time for one last play. So here we go. In the final seconds, one swing of the leg for the win. So they'll settle for a field goal attempt here. So in the final seconds, everything comes down to this field goal attempt for the win. It's good. This playoff run continues with a kick for the ages. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games, but you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Street, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.